Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about plant cell wall. It was first observed by Robert Hooke in 1665 under compound microscope in a thin slice of cork. Let us understand why a plant needs cell wall. Plant cannot move, right? It has to stand at a place and grow upward. For this, it needs strength and mechanical support. And strength and mechanical support is obviously provided by the cell wall. Next, roots of the plant have to penetrate the soil. While penetrating, it needs tensile strength, so can it easily get inside the soil. Plant stands in open space and has to face stress such as high velocity of wind. So again it needs a strength, mechanical support. Plant has to be water resistant, otherwise what will happen? It's any part may get dissolved in the rain, but it doesn't happen, right? So from where this property it gets this property, that is water resistance, from the cell wall, right? In this picture you can clearly see the cell of plant. So these are the plant cells and this is the plant cell wall. Again, we can understand it very clearly by taking a view. Suppose it is a plant cell and this one is the nucleus. What happens while nuclear division? This nucleus will divide first into two. Next step is formation of the cell wall. So here in this region, cell plate starts forming and it moves to the periphery and finally it gets separated into two cells, right? So this is whatever you see in this is this middle lamella which form first after the cell division, and this composition is pectin, mainly pectin. While growing, it develops primary cell wall. So what happens here? Cellulose, microfibrils, hemicellulose proteins gets deposited and it gets developed into primary cell wall. Next, secondary cell wall will develop in the area where it needs more strength or it has to be water resistant. So what happens? Along with the cellulose, microfibril, hemicellulose proteins, it get deposition of suberin, cutin, lignin. Okay, so all this get deposited and finally the secondary cell wall is formed. Here we can see clearly this one is the three layer of cell wall. First one is the middle lamella. It is composed mainly of the calcium pectate. Primary cell wall, so cellulose, microfibril aligned in any direction. Here what happens it is the basic difference between the primary cell wall and secondary cell wall. Here the cellulose microfibrils align in any directions, okay, but in the secondary cell wall cellulose microfibril align in parallel layers, means one layer, two layer, three layer, like this it will arrange in the secondary cell wall. Again, hemicellulose is present and soluble proteins. It will have additional deposition of suberin, lignin, cutin or fatty acids. Now the functions. Okay, you might have been cleared with all the concepts of cell wall, why plant need it. So its function is mainly to provide protective layer of the cell. It provides support for cell structure, provide water resistance to the plant, especially to the xylem. Why? Xylem is the tissue, it is the conducting tissue. It draw water from the ground and supply it to the aerial parts of the plant. It provides tensile strength to the plant. It possesses plasmodesmata, which helps in the communication with the neighboring cells. Okay, so plasmodesmata is the pits in the cell wall and it helps in communication between the two neighboring cells. Some ions and molecules will get from one cell to another whenever it is required. and it also checks unnecessary molecules or undesired molecules and ions from entering into the cell. So this is all about the cell wall. Thank you.